Glad to have you back now. It gets into the second part of the conversation. NSAS protest has left memories, not just on the Nigerian people and economy, but on the global community on issues of police brutality in the country. 1 year after, the call has been renewed as Nigerian youth stormed the street on Wednesday, 20th of October, to mark and honor those who allegedly fell to brutality of the Nigerian security forces. But the big question, whether the country has recovered from the tragic fallout of the NSAS protest, is another thing. So let's explore this latest development. A quick profile of our guest, Omolola Adefuye. He's an insurance risk advisor, a graduate of mass communication from Taisolari University, practiced a few years in both printing and broadcast media before moving into the insurance, where she carved a niche for herself in the life and general insurance sector, having helped many people and organizations cover their risk. So, Omolola Adefuye, CEO on Wealth. Thank you for joining us on Business Breakfast.
Thank you for having me.
Now, 1 year after this call has been renewed again, we saw a lot of people. I mean, there were a lot of damage, will I say, after the NSAS protest. So, what has changed in terms of compensation and compensating for those losses?
To answer that question correctly, we have to go back to last year.
All right.
Okay, so when these incidents happened last year, it was unexpected. Nobody planned it, and so it led to a lot of business shutdown, personal losses, and all that. Now, when I was going through, in this year memorial, I was following the trend of this year memorial. So I looked at the loss that was incurred as a nation, even leaving the nation, basically as Lagos State where we are, and I was seeing losses running into 200 billion and co. You would expect that after that incident and the losses, people would have become insurance wise. But we have a kind of trend in our economy where people are eager about insurance immediately something happens. Okay, but give it a little period, the eagerness dies down. Okay. So going back to the loss that was incurred last year, I was seeing things running up to 200 billion, but the truth is the whole loss that came into the insurance firm concerning the NSAS protest loss was nothing more than 9 billion. Wow. The gap is much, the margin is much. So it means despite the loss, we had a lot of Nigerians that were not insured. Okay,
so how is the insurance sector companies coping with that, trying to pay back those losses, or trying to make up for those losses?
Trying to make up, well, insurance in the first place, before any insurance company even accepts a business, it's already something that that company is capable of covering the risk for. So trying to cope or trying to cover the loss, I'm sure by now there is no loss from NSAS that any insurance company will still be owing. So we had losses that are we had cases from fire issues, we had cases for cash loss, we had cases of malicious damage, we had cases of, so we had about 8 different sets of cases, but in total the whole total bill was 9 billion.
That is sector catered for?
Yes, 9 billion. The general insurance sector, 9 billion, and all that has been covered. Now, like I was saying, no insurance company would actually underwrite a policy if they are not capable to pay back. So it's something that immediately you're underwriting a policy, we already know, oh, there could be a claim, and we're already ready from day one. So that's why most time before we even accept policies, you hear underwriter saying, they're already talking in terms of claims. In terms of claim, oh, okay, when this person has claim, and claim means anything that could happen, anything that the policy is covering. So the underwriters are already talking in terms of claim. So we are always prepared from day one. That's why sometimes some insurance companies would reject some policies, because when they look at what is being covered and their back end, oh, we are not capable of this. So an insurance company would rather not underwrite.
Because of our time, let's just quickly look at a few issues point here and there. Okay. I mean, we understand that you just said that the sector catered without stress for it. Yes. But did you have any relief or any support from the government, where the government will have to come in and say, okay, you know what, we're going to share these laws with the insurance sector, or perhaps boost the insurance sector with a bit of fund?
No, what insurance does basically is, aside insurance, we have something we call reinsurance. Okay, so when we have cases like that, when we have huge losses, so what we fall back on most time as insurance firm is the reinsurance firm.
Interesting. Okay, because of our time now,
okay, just
tell us now, since the NSAS protest, right, what lesson can we learn, and how are Nigerians embracing the insurance policy, as it were, so we can wrap up because of the time?
Okay, so that's, like I said earlier, how Nigerians are embracing insurance policy still, but what I've noticed is that after the NSAS protest, government had been intentional about educating the public concerning insurance. Almost every week in the news, I say, oh, government is organizing this local insurance awareness, insurance awareness, insurance awareness. But that still has not translated to mean people are undertaking. Presently, I can say insurance sector still covers about 1.6% of the whole economy. 1.6, less than 2%.
So it's still a huge market that has not been,
tapped into. People are still not open up to insurance. So it's just something that comes as at the time of the incidents, and then later people start getting the enthusiasm to get policies start getting watered down. Well,
I think we need to leave it there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We will definitely bring you back again to talk more about the insurance sector and how Nigerians can take advantage of it. But on this note, I want to thank you for coming on Business Breakfast.
Thank you for having me.
Omolola Adefuye, Insurance Risk Advisor. See you onward. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Well, and this is where we wrap it up this week on Business Breakfast. Is the Friday edition. We'll be back again on Monday. I am Frank Omalape. I'll see you again. Bye for now.